by. YouTube. Go live.
Be right.
All right, we're about ready. All right, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, let me get this set up here.
Close. Lena, inside.
On the bright side, YouTube auto starts the stream, so we're already there on the YouTube side. 1 minute they auto start it, 1 minute they have to manually start it. I can't keep up. So say hi. Say hi to YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. We need more subscribers, please.
Yes, we do.
You know, Eric, I did not get 100 likes on that post, so no San Martin jumping in the lake.
No. Oh. All right, I see us. It says my feed says we're having trouble playing this video, but I'm sure seeing it on Facebook. So I think we're good. Good morning, Annie.
Good morning, Eric. How are you?
I'm good. We're missing San Martin this morning, so our thoughts are with him and his family with everything going on. But we figured there was lots of news to go on about, so we're doing it.
Here we are. And I'm sorry for my birds again. Not my birds, but I'm sorry for the birds.
Oh, no, you could quickly become the bird lady.
No, I absolutely cannot. Nope, not in my MO.
Well, good. Well, so today I think is your favorite day.
Yes, but I have to ask you.
Okay.
Eric, what day is it?
All right, it is National Coffee Day. Yep, there it is.
National Coffee Day. Amazing. I don't know how I would function without coffee.
Without the
Eric,
coffee?
what is your favorite kind?
Coffee? Is there a bad kind?
No.
No, okay, that's
instant.
Yeah. Instant is, yeah. The little Keurig cups, they're like a miracle.
Yes. In fact, I never forget to set my coffee pot before I go to sleep. So it's ready when I wake up, except I did last night. And I woke up and I was like, ooh. But at least I had the Keurig. Not good for National Coffee Day.
Wait a minute. I didn't even think about it because of the Keurig thing, but you have a coffee pot with a timer?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh. I have it set so it is brewed 20 minutes before I wake up, so I can stumble right into the kitchen and get my coffee. First thing I do.
Wow. I'm having like massive flashbacks to when I was a kid and how excited my parents were when they got their first coffee pot that had like a clock and a timer on it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I don't normally forget it. And I woke up and I had no creamer.
Oh.
None.
Was that today?
I was totally unprepared for National Coffee Day.
Hey, that's what I was about to say. You were totally unprepared for National Coffee Day.
Well, my husband, God love him, he's out on, he has a muzzleloader cow hunt right now. And I think I take him for granted a little too much because he always makes sure that I have coffee and creamer. That's written in our unwritten vows. So I ran out of creamer and I was like, all right, I'll just make the best of it. Do a little milk and sugar today. Let's move on to the news.
You don't have it, right?
Pardon me?
You don't know what you have until you don't have it. And coffee is one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, hey, I know you're wanting to jump right over to the news. So I actually, real quick, before we jump into the news, I did go to the market event last night. and we went live. And so that's on the Facebook page. So if anybody wants to see some of the vendors, almost all of them do online or they'll do it on Facebook. And so they had lots of cool stuff, but I've got stuff to show real quick. So they had the monster cookies from Shelly Sisters. They had that. The one thing, look at there, all kinds of. Oh, wait, I should probably show it instead of trying to think about eating it. I know, and they're already into the pumpkin spice stuff, and so it's pumpkin spice cake cookie. So we're what 2 days away from October, so I think you can officially pumpkin spice.
Okay.
And how about that for coffee?
I am not a pumpkin spice girl either.
Really?
No, all these random things. One of my really good friends is everything pumpkin spice. I don't even like the scent. It's just not me. I do like.
I see people turning us off. You can't do that.
That's what I get for going against the grain, I guess.
Yeah, you're alienating half the audience right now, saying you don't like pumpkin spice.
At least I'm honest.
Well, that works.
Yeah, pumpkin spice cookies with chocolate chip. Those are good in my book. I like those.
That is good. Well, real quick before we jump in the news, they had all kinds of stuff. Earrings. They've got these little homemade chapstick things that they've got here in the little pouches, which are super cool. Lots of earrings. Most of this stuff is homemade. I mean, so that's the cool thing about these markets is that they've got all kinds of stuff. And then Shelly Sisters even got have their own little branding. And there was a bunch of vendors there last night. And again, look at the video. But one cool one was, have you had their olive oils?
Oh, I have not, but now you're speaking my language.
Oh yeah, they had spicy ones. This one's a balsamic vinegar raspberry.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a super. It's a chocolate raspberry balsamic vinegar. I mean, they gave me one. It was just like an orange over a brownie. It was really good. So anyway,
I'm a huge fan of olive oils, different infused olive oils. I like going to Olive U and now Rafter 11. They have the greatest different combinations, and I could just go eat lunch taking samples. I love it.
Real quick, so Mary's actually, that's one thing I didn't mention. Mary's actually asking about the vegetable box giveaway. They did do that yesterday. I heard they showed up late, but when I was there at about 6:20, they were there. They had lots of boxes, and they were giving them away, and they were incredible. They had lots of good, fresh food in there. So, I don't know if you missed it, but they're popping up everywhere. And they're trying to work it out with the different police departments. I think they did an event with Prescott Valley yesterday, and that's why they were late. So stay tuned for that. It's a really great organization, and they're putting out lots of great stuff. So what do you got, Annie?
I went to the one Sunday here in Chino Valley at Word of Life, and it was so amazing. We completely emptied the truck, and the produce is good. The pears are amazing. And someone donated a ton of cat food. And so a lot of it went to our Chino Valley Animal Shelter, and they're very grateful. So it was fantastic. It was great. I mean, we emptied that truck within an hour and a half, I believe. And it was a huge truck, a lot of pallets. So yeah, Real Hope Inc.'s fabulous organization. It's fantastic.
Wow. That is incredible. That is really, really awesome to see the kind of the community kind of come together right now, which is so that I love it. So, and talking to them, they're just so generous that they're doing this just out of the goodness of their hearts to make kind of up the gap for people right now, which is exactly what this community needs. We need more people like that.
Absolutely. And we had some volunteers that drove around different neighborhoods here in Chino Valley that might not have been able to come out and drop some food boxes off randomly, just to random houses. So I think that's great. Spread the cheer and the goodwill, and we all need it right now. So fabulous organization. It was a great experience to be a part of. My only job was handing out calendars, but it was great to see everybody out there. And I met Ceci in person, and she gave me a little consult on my hair. So I'm going to have to go check her out at Desert Rose for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes she's elusive, but that's awesome.
I finally met her. So yeah. It was awesome.
I know she's watching, and so we call her the elusive Ceci.
Well, she knows my hair status. We'll just put it that way.
Well, good. We've got all kinds of news. So I know there's a bunch going on. We've got events to update. Annie, you've got a bunch of stuff in, Prescott Valley and Chino Valley too that you've notated here. So far, what do you got?
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know which one to choose first, but I will. The Chino Valley Library is still doing their online storytelling, 10:30 with Miss Rebecca. You can go to the town website at chinoaz.net, or it's on Facebook after the live show. So they'll post it afterwards. And then, oh my goodness, I need to give a shout out. I love huge supporters of our police department and our police forces, law enforcement in general. So Chino Valley Police Department, I know I'm focusing on Chino Valley, but that's my corner.
That's good.
They are doing a raffle, and the proceeds are going directly to the training facility. This isn't part of the regular budget. It's just a fundraiser for their tactical facility, and everybody uses it. The sheriffs, everybody uses the tactical range. So details on that, it's October 10th from 11 to 4. It's smoked barbecue lunch, ribs, pulled pork, and sides. It is located at Memory Park, which is 3 North and 1 West. If you're familiar with Chino Valley, it's 1950 Boss Drive, near Memory Park, right in that complex. It's a drive-through pickup. There are some great prizes, something that we talk about quite a bit, including ammo, of course.
Oh, sold. There you go. You're going to get everybody out there now. Yeah.
Right? So it's $25 for the meal plus 1 raffle ticket, or you can buy individual tickets for $5 or 5 for $20. And you can get those at Maisie's, Tombstone Tactical, or the Chino Valley Library. And I just want to throw out there also so many local sponsors: Maisie's, Uprising Firearms, Tombstone Tactical, Ruger, Fink, I believe it's Fink, I'm sorry if I get this wrong, Custom Gunsmithing, Safeway, Penny Hubble from State Farm. Our community is just coming together to support our law enforcement, and I think that's fantastic. So
it is.
I'll be there to be getting some barbecue lunch for sure, and hopefully winning some awesome prizes. And you can go to the Chino Valley Police Department page for the prizes. And of course, you have to be eligible to win and pass whatever background checks are required. So it's just always a good time for those kind of raffles. I love them. Okay, so moving on, more Chino Valley fun stuff. Excuse my notes. I have to give a shout out, and I know I've done it before, but Jed's Sandwich Shop in Chino Valley. They're just north of Olson's. It's at 150 South Highway 89 on the west side of the road. If you look for a covered wagon, you can see it. That's where I have my own sandwich. Like San Martin has his own martini drink.
Wait. There's Annie Perkins sandwich?
No, it's a Latigo. That's one of their original sandwiches. I just have it Annie's Way. So it's turkey, bacon, avocado, mayonnaise on sourdough grilled.
So if I go in there and say, I want it Annie's Way, they'll know exactly. They're like, oh, her. Yeah.
Yes, they will know. Because I've been going there or ordering from there. They do local delivery since they opened. And Donna, who runs it, actually catered my wedding. And she does so many good things for the community and our kids. And that's why I want to give a shout out, because, it's soccer season, my favorite season. And they are providing both the girls and the boys sack lunches for their away games this week, which is amazing. I mean, that's just crazy. Some of our games, they travel 3-4 hours to get to, because we play all of the state for the fall season. They're open Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Please support local. They're amazing. And get a Latigo Annie's Way, because it will not disappoint you. I promise. It's so good. And it's not really healthy. So
that's okay. As long as they enjoy it. They're burning the energy, right?
Yes, and they have great desserts. Oh my gosh, if you need a custom cake done, that's the place to go. So that's my shout out, Annie's Corner for Chino Valley. Library online storytelling, Chino Valley PD fundraiser for their tactical range. Please support them, win awesome prizes, and Jed's Sandwich Shop. And I think we are moving on to what you have going on in Prescott, Eric.
We don't want to leave Prescott Valley out. And so I want to make sure we recognize that the Prescott Valley Police Department has been doing events with Hope Inc. And that's really important that we mention that and that we recognize them, because that's what they're doing in that community, and they're doing it every Sunday. So Annie, do you know the details by chance of when the Sunday give out is for the food and where it's at? I know Martine does, but I don't have it on in front of me. Okay, well, just know that. Look that up. Look up Real Hope Inc. because not only are they doing it in Chino Valley, they're doing it in Prescott Valley every Sunday.
And I believe we'll have that posted on the Prescott Times Facebook page and on the website. So check that out for the details for sure.
Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about some Prescott events and news going on. So everybody loves the fair in the square, and most people don't know that they've cut those back over the last couple of years. And we're going to have the last one this coming weekend for the year. So it'll be the last craft square. It's put on by the chamber, and it'll be the last one down there for the rest of the year, which it feels so early this year. But so if you want to get out and visit one of the fairs, this is your last chance this weekend. So get out there, enjoy the weather, and do it.
You know, it's never too early to start shopping for Christmas gifts. I know it's not even October yet, but start stashing them away. And what a great way to support our local artists and people that sell their products. It's unique. They're not, ordered on Amazon or any online website. So shop local and start early, because this year's just flying by. It's been the longest year ever, but it's flying by. It's almost October.
I was thinking about it too. I saw one of the memes about can't wait for December 31st at midnight and just pretend like the year didn't happen. So I think for some people, it hasn't moved fast enough.
So I have my sisters, a lot of my family are back east, and I see some memes like, we're not doing daylight savings time this year. We don't want to add another hour to 2020. We're just not going to do it.
Don't need to do it. Well, hey, we got some comments here real quick, Annie. So I don't know if you know, but it was the lowest amount of rain in the monsoon season in the history of Prescott and the Tri-City area. And so Regina said, it feels early because of no rain. Come on, Annie, you need to do a rain dance.
Okay, so I love rain, obviously. Our region needs it. I read the story about our rainfall. I thought for sure we had late spring rain, so we would follow it up with late monsoons, but it seems like it's just every livestock person I know is just like, whew, we don't have rain. We have to purchase feed, semi-loads of feed for the livestock. So I won't do a rain dance because I was taught very early, because I haven't been taught properly and I don't want to be disrespectful. I will dance in the rain. I will mop my floors with my muddy dogs, but I won't actually do a rain dance because I want to be mindful and respectful to the native culture.
We're going to need something. We're going to need something. The National Weather Service said it's going to be an unusually warm and dry Southwest winter as well. So let's hope they're wrong.
Yes, for our firefighters too. Let's really, really hope they're wrong.
A dry winter means a really bad fire season next year. And so let's hope they're wrong.
Okay, what else do you got?
All right, so another thing, we're just talking about fairs. For anybody that does travel to Phoenix for the state fair next month, which is coming up quickly, it's been canceled. They're not doing the state fair. I think they're doing some drive-in events, but if you would hope to kind of go down there, spend the day, you might want to look at their schedules, because it's not going to be a typical state fair. And I don't think any of the rides, any of the concerts are going to be open.
I would imagine, Eric, that it would be quite difficult to constantly be sanitizing everything with the current recommendations. I don't know where our metrics are at. I know Yavapai County is doing pretty.
I've got them. And so they're a little delayed, but real quick, let's wrap up the fair. Did you know, we were doing some research on the fair, and the fair has not been canceled since it started somewhere in the 1800s, the state fair. And so this is the
Wow.
first time in over 100 years that they've done a cancellation of the state fair.
Wow, that's crazy. I can't wait to get back to normal. I know we'll get there eventually. I know we will. And I love going for concerts, especially country
Yes.
concerts. That's my
Yeah, the state fair with concerts are I've so many concerts I've done in the Coliseum there, and you get to see great bands super cheap.
well, it's not Metallica driving.
This is true. That we'll leave that alone. But so let's talk about metrics and stuff like that. So they announced yesterday. So first of all, there's a delay in the numbers. The numbers are coming out from the week of September 6th, which I don't understand, but that's a different discussion. But we've met 3 of the 4 metrics for reopening, for full reopening. So everybody knows we're in a moderate right now, which has restrictions on certain businesses and events and things like that. And we've now checked box 3 of the 4 metrics uh, in the county. And the last one is tough. It's a really, we don't have that many people, and it's per 100,000 people is that last set of metrics. And so we've got to have next to no, I think it's infections, or I'm not sure what that 4th one is. But anyway, we're close, which means once we hit that 4th, schools reopen and everything goes back to normal. So, I mean, keep your fingers crossed that that's really what happens.
Okay, so I also need to do just a PSA, public service announcement. Um, School, at least in Chino Valley, I know some other areas are doing hybrid learning. So some students go Monday, Wednesday, some students go Tuesday, Thursday, and the opposite days they work online. With that being said, school speed limit zones are still school speed limit zones because there are students at school between Monday and Thursday from 7 to 4. So please be mindful of that. 15 miles an hour, just because school is kind of weird this year. No one knows what's going on. Traffic signals are up. Please mind the speed limit. Keep our students safe.
And Annie, they are pulling people over and ticketing people because the police departments in all 3 cities know it's a problem. And so they're not giving warnings. They're giving actual citations. So if you don't know, if you're not sure, just pretend that they're in session, because they're giving tickets even I think on the off days, just because there are teachers and there are random students there. So please slow down in those areas. We've gotten used to going fast everywhere.
Yeah, I have. I
Yeah.
have for sure. Well,
Yep.
when
All
there
right.
was little traffic on the road, it was like, go with the flow of traffic, right? So
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
not.
More stuff on health stuff. So the county is going to be doing flu pop-up shots all around the county starting September 30th. And so all the mayors, all the governor, of course, everybody says this year get a flu shot, just because you don't want to be double dutying with the COVID stuff. So those are going to be popping up everywhere. I'm sure we'll post them when we get those information. Insurance covers a lot of them. Sometimes they're free, sometimes they have a small fee, but stay tuned for that. The recommendations from everybody, including the health department, is if you've never gotten a flu shot before, this is the year to get one.
So I got a flu shot a couple decades ago, showing my age. And I haven't had one since because I got really sick, and everyone says it's impossible to get sick from the flu shot, but I ended up getting really sick, and I don't know if it was just a random virus or not, but it correlated right to the time that I got my flu shot. This year, I'm getting it, and I know here our pharmacies here have walk-in basis, so setting the example. I don't personally want to deal with facing both battles, and I'm giving up the ghost. My doctor said, absolutely, you need to get the flu shot. So I'm getting it.
Yep, I think a lot of people are this year. So that's the recommendation across the board. I think I'm probably going to do it too. And I normally don't do it as well. So it's just that kind of year.
Hey, we have to do whatever we can to protect our friends and family. And the flu is transmitted. I could get a flu and pass it on to my family. So even though I've been viva la resistance with the flu shot this year, I'm absolutely taking it because I don't want to add any more to the crisis that we're facing, and I want our state to reopen. I really want people to get back to work, back to some sorts of normalcy, which soccer season, oh my gosh, I look tired I had 7 games in 3 days last week.
I don't know
7.
how it's so sunny, especially this last weekend. We were at one of it would go into the different alpaca ranches for alpaca days in Prescott Valley, and we were like in the sun for like 20 minutes, and it felt like tomatoes. I don't know how you survived in the sun all weekend at soccer games.
Barely. I barely survived. It was so hot. I had gel cool packs with me, and I love taking pictures, so I was taking pictures of all the kids, and I have 2 kids that play for the high school, and they both play varsity and JV, so they float between the two. So you can't miss a game, which I did. I left for half of the varsity game because I didn't think my son was going to play because we were playing a really tough team. Turns out they put him in. I missed it, but his bigger brother was there, so that was good. And it was hot, and they got sunburned. Soccer tan sun lines are not, they're not cute. They're not cute.
Yeah, and sun was intense this weekend. I mean, it seems like it's warmer than it's normally been. All right, so the last big topic of the day is so Prescott Police Department is selling their pink patches for the upcoming Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so you can contact them. I think their proceeds go to some kind of breast cancer foundation. I'm not sure which one, but they are doing that. And then that also leads into the entire month. I think of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And the gala at Los Pinos is also going to be happening. And so a lot there. I know he's looking for vendors and for people to, of course, get involved with that. That's coming up fast, Annie. I think that's the 17th, or what day is that? It's the middle of the month.
I don't know, but I need to go shopping.
Yeah, I think it's the 17th. But yeah, so that's a big event. We don't have many galas here, so this is a pretty cool event to have a gala in the Prescott area. So if you want to dress up and go out and hang out with some great people, it looks like that opportunity is coming.
And that's fantastic. And I just, not to put a sad note on it, but breast cancer awareness. I have a very dear friend who went through the battle and she won, but it took 3 years and multiple surgeries and chemo and radiation. It's something we all need to be aware of and be as supportive as possible. October is also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So if you see the purple ribbons, that's for domestic violence, another reality we have to face and something we can all combat together. We have to join together for all of these things. We have to love one another and help each other through it. That's what I've learned in 2020. If nothing else, everything changes. That's the reality. And if we can just support each other, that's what matters.
That's true. And Regina's asking, she said, and I don't know if they've done this in the past, but is Chino Valley Police Department doing the pink patches and the stuff as well, the fundraiser?
I don't believe so. I haven't seen anything about it. I think right now they're focused on the fundraiser. I know they wear them, but I don't believe they're selling them. I may be misinformed. I can look into it and post it if they are.
Good. No, it's so great to see all the departments getting on board and getting involved with the community. And this is just awesome stuff.
We are very, very fortunate, I believe, to live in this community, in this area, in the 863, because our law enforcement is incredible and the community support that we have for them is outstanding. So I could never be grateful enough. They're fantastic organizations, great men and women serving us and protecting us. And the more we can support them, the better. So shout out to all of our law enforcement.
Good stuff. Okay, we're not quite there, but we're about that time. Is there any news that we missed? I feel like we missed some news. There's always so much going on in this area, especially right now. Everybody's excited to get things reopened. Oh, that was one thing. So Acker Night, I have heard through the grapevine that it is still on. And so they're going to have to do some modifications to it from what I've heard, but that's a big deal. And for at least for Prescott, it is probably the busiest night I have ever in my life when it happens. We do events for it, seen downtown. I mean, like downtown has never been busier than Acker Night. And so as of the moment, according to their updates, they are still planning that. So that is that's in the beginning of December. So, if you want to be involved in that organization, if you're an artist, whatever it may be, I mean, definitely reach out to them because I'm sure this year they've got a lot of people that aren't sure if it's going or not, and they're probably going to need all the help they can get.
Acker Night's very, very popular for everyone in the area to go downtown. Do you know, I read recently that the courthouse lighting had been canceled.
So they're
So
decorating it. Yep, but they're not going to have a lighting event.
I wonder, and no parade either.
From what I understand, there's going to be no electric parade and no Christmas parade, but they are doing the Veterans Day parade, from what I heard, because they're looking for volunteers.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Well, if you're looking for a place to volunteer and get back, Veterans Parade in Prescott for sure. That's awesome. I love how our community comes together. I really do. I sound like a broken record, but I'm so grateful to be here. We are really, really blessed.
We are, but it is that time, and we had lots of good comments and lots of feedback today, and I think we delivered a lot of stuff. We miss San Martin,
Mm-hmm.
so hopefully he's going to be back with us tomorrow. But we appreciate him setting this up so that we can kind of connect, and he can connect, and everybody can connect with this community and keep these events and these things moving forward.
Well, if you don't mind, would you like to take San Martin's part on signing us out, or would you like me to take it? It's up
It's
to you.
all you, because you've got the whole the whole piece.
Okay, well, this is the first time I have the whole piece, I believe. For San Martin, peace, love, and happiness. Let it not be war. And remember, love always wins.